I feel so crazy.
Well, you should feel so alive because that's what
Why?
you are right now. You're live, man. You are live. It's Friday afternoon. It's sunny at the moment here in Atlanta. But, these storms come out of nowhere here, so you never know.
It'll
But
be
anyway,
storming.
for the time being, it's happy. It's sunny. It's Friday afternoon. It's watching Amazon and beyond. And who are you, Mr. Sleepy One?
I'm John.
Oh,
Hi.
it's gonna be one of them shows, huh?
It's going to be one of them shows.
Well,
The bold one, the cold one is here.
yeah. See, it took too long. I had to
Oh,
switch
well.
over
Oh,
so I could
well.
do my proper entry into the show, which is I'm Brent Leary. I'm always consistent. You're the one. I mean, who knows? Oh, but you know who else is consistent? Sven.
Ben.
Sven is consistent, man.
I have to give it to him. Yeah, he's pretty consistent now.
And what's cool about what he said is, "Hey, yo," because every time he comes on with a kind of a different greeting from a different language, I said to him yesterday, "You need to come on like they say in Philly, and say, hey, yo," and that's what he just did. There it is. Oh, okay. Look who's back. Oh, yeah. What am I shouting out for John Law? Oh, I don't know. I don't know, Garrett. What are you? I have no idea, but I'm sure it'll be something.
What's up, Garrett, man? What's happening?
Hello, Garrett. Hello.
Yeah.
Nice, man. All sincerity, nice to see you. At least it's nice to see you at the moment before you start repping your boy a little too much, but that is what it is.
Garrett's a local.
He is.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's right. He's in the A, bro. In the A.
So you actually know him face to face and all that in real life, IRL. Isn't that how they say it?
Yep. How they say it. Yeah. Boomer. Okay.
Wait a minute. Were you saying IRL when you were in your 20s? I'm just asking. I'm just saying. No, I know what you were saying. What were you saying? Something like fresh. What's fresh today? Something like that, right?
What's happening?
Wait a minute. Garrett said he met me. What was this at one of your events or something?
I don't think so. Mm-mm.
You got to tell us. You got to tell me where I met you, man. Because look, I'm bad with like faces and stuff.
And Brent rarely gets out, so he'll remember.
I really do. I'm like, what's that groundhog thing? It comes out like once a year or something.
It's a groundhog. Yeah,
that's what it is. Sven is my guy, man. Look at that.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. It was
really
at Inbound.
That was Boston. What?
Yeah, he was at Inbound. That's right.
Boston Inbound. Or what's TNC? I don't even know what
No, not TNC. That's Traffic and Conversion Summit.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't me.
But yeah,
it must have been Inbound. It must have been a quick meeting, man. Because
well, you know how Inbound is. It was.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Crazy.
It was.
Yeah.
But he wasn't. I bet he wasn't repping you like he is now. So maybe that's.
That's for the show, bro. That's for the show.
That's for the show. Okay.
That's
how much are you paying, Garrett? You can tell me how much are you making from this guy? I'm just asking. It's all right. So where's Meredith at? Where's Meredith?
You still want Meredith, huh?
Look, she was there. In the early years of us doing this every week, which would be just last year, and then she, she went away, man, and she's repping South Georgia too. She's repping my mom's hometown, Equipment, Georgia. That's why I like to, see how.
Was Brent at the dinner? No, he was not at that dinner. Was he at that dinner? He might have.
What dinner are you talking about?
Garrett.
Oh no! I see. Now I remember what happened. See, you were holding court with a whole bunch of people. If I remember, and then afterwards, y'all went to wherever y'all went, and I rolled by and I said, "Yo, I'm just gonna grab something to eat."
You sure did, man. You missed out. You missed out.
Legal's a good place, but nah, I wasn't rolling with y'all. By the way, who paid for that? Was that one of those Dutch things, or did John actually bust out the credit card?
Somebody's office picked that up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
somebody's
did
office
miss out.
picked that. You missed out on that one.
Yeah, I'm usually down for a free meal whenever I can get it, but it is what it is. So, what did your birds at Salesforce? All right, so like Sven is like really wanting to get right in. I kind of teased something.
Oh,
Let
you
me,
did?
yeah, let me just bring it. So earlier this week, there was an article on Business Insider that posed, it kind of talked about how Salesforce and Amazon, they already had a partnership going back a few years, but it's deepening. The partnership is definitely deepening. And one of the things that this article pointed out was there's a reason it's deepening is because they both are really competing with Amazon in different areas, in different places. Excuse me, with Microsoft in different areas, different places. So like Salesforce, of course, is competing with Microsoft on the CRM. Salesforce is still like the 800-pound gorilla at this point in terms of market share and all that kind of stuff. But Microsoft is making up some ground on them in the CRM space. So you got that kind of competition. And then, of course, AWS and Azure, although I know John doesn't think it's a much of a competition, but everybody else seems to think so. And apparently so does, Amazon and AWS. So there's this speculation or there was kind of thrown out there that this partnership is deepening, but could it ever be more than just a partnership? Could it lead to Amazon buying Salesforce? And yeah, that kind of got a lot of people talking. So let me just throw it over to you, sir. Let me get rid of Benioff and Sipolitsky. I can never say his guy. He. Do you know who that guy is that's talking to Benioff? So
Oh no.
he worked for
Is
at
he really
Amazon for
talking to Benio?
yeah. He worked at Amazon for
No, I
years.
mean in this picture. I don't think they're
No,
talking.
it's Photoshop.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I go now? Can I? All right. So he worked for AWS or Amazon for years. He left there and he went to this company called, oh man, why am I blanking on this? The data company. Geez, I am completely blanking. Anyway, this company, big Tableau, went to Tableau, CEO of Tableau, ran it, and years, built up the market cap, the value, customers coming out. Salesforce bought them for, I think it was like $16 billion a couple of years ago, or was it last year? I can't remember. Anyway, so he recently announced that he was leaving Salesforce, and guess where he's going? Guess where he is now, actually? He's the CEO of AWS now.
Ah.
So yeah, so when Jassy moved up, he worked with Jassy for years before he rolled off, went and became a CEO at Tableau, and then they got bought, and now he's back heading up AWS. So there's the natural connection because Benioff bought his company Tableau, and he worked there for a couple of years, and now he's back at AWS. I guess I can get rid of the picture now. And now the speculation is because they're both competing with Microsoft on different fronts, could it be a prelude to Amazon buying Salesforce? Acquisition? What do you think?
I think it should have been on page 6.
Oh, wait a minute. First of all, let's bring it up. Hello, Meredith. We were just talking about you.
Hey,
only
Meredith.
got a sec. She's only got a sec. That's all we get.
Love and likes.
Yeah, thanks for the sec. We appreciate the sec. We appreciate any time we get, actually. And let me do this. Isn't this your cuz?
That's my cuz.
This is your cuz. Anything is possible at this point. Okay, so she weighed in before you did. All right, there you go. So she says anything is possible. That sounds like a Kevin Garnett line, but
I think anything is
what
possible.
it is.
I think.
All right.
Yeah,
So what do you think?
What do you think? No, I don't see it. But who knows?
Why do you think not?
I just don't see it. I don't know. What do I need?
You know
what does Amazon need with Salesforce?
That's the interesting thing. I completely agree with you, but because Amazon is more than AWS, they got more things going on than just what AWS has. And now, if Amazon was broken up by the feds and they made them spin out AWS, then I could see AWS buying Salesforce. It becomes more of a likelihood because then they are much more aligned. AWS and Salesforce going against Microsoft, way more aligned. But Amazon has way more going on than just what AWS is going on. So that's why I'm saying, yeah, it might be a nice headline or something.
But what do
I
they
don't see it
need? What do they need it for?
AWS Salesforce would make a really interesting combination to go after Microsoft in the enterprise, in the public cloud, and particularly the private cloud with CRM. It would make a pretty interesting combination if it was just AWS and Amazon.
So you're saying that it would help Amazon get more into the business industry space kind of thing?
Well, let's
where
AWS
Microsoft.
is a direct competition with Azure, and Azure is one of the biggest drivers of revenue and business for Microsoft. And there's a lot of companies that are still not in the cloud all the way.
Okay.
Big green pastures in that space. Why not? And then the other thing is, CRM is the biggest enterprise software sales currently in terms of dollars. It's over 45 billion or so every year, and it's the fastest growing in terms of increasing. So you got the biggest and the fastest, and that's something that Amazon doesn't have under their umbrella. That's Salesforce is right in their alley. And then the web, the proper web, the cloud. That combination would be killer, and that would be interesting. But Amazon, the mothership, is way more than just AWS, and we know there's like digital ads, there's Amazon Prime. I mean, there's so much. Amazon is, well, of course, there's the retail, the online selling stuff. That's way more than to have to kind of juggle than to try to bring Salesforce underneath that. I think it's a little too much. By the way, Meredith is doing hot yoga.
I got jokes. I got jokes.
We keep them. They might not be FCC
approved.
Yeah, that.
That's all right. That's all right. We won't make the joke.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll keep it clean. Okay. Yeah, but I don't see it. So,
would you see it if they got broken up, if Amazon did get broken up and they had to get rid of
then all games, then all games are reset.
All games are reset.
Yeah, because then hey, they're gonna go after probably a lot of acquisitions at that point that they wouldn't qualify for. Actually, I can't even see it getting through. Not the FCC, but whoever makes that determination on whether you could
trade commission, don't they?
FTC, yeah, I can't even see that getting through.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
That would be tough.
What type of CRM systems they have their own internal stuff? I'm sure. That's a good question. I don't know. I wonder if they're rolling their own or if they're actually using something off the shelf. I have never heard anybody say, oh, Amazon is a big whatever shop. I've never heard that. I tend to think that they kind of create their own stuff because they had, remember coming out of the gate, they had special needs that no off the shelf system could handle. I mean, they're like the first large scale e-commerce company. What CRM package was going to handle that? I mean, I don't know. That's a good question.
Amazon runs its own CRM strategy, people. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, they run their own strategy, but did they implement it in something? I can't see them implementing it off the shelf.
I can't see anybody having that information.
Nah. So we're both in agreement. This ain't happening.
Internal.
I can't see it happening. I'll ask a neighbor. You do that.
Okay, you let us know.
He's up in Seattle, so
He might know.
I wouldn't be surprised if Thomas knew something.
Somebody might be able to tell you.
All
All right, what else you got?
let's do this. This number caught my attention.
Somebody said they use Keep.
Oh, not that. Keep. Yo, okay. All right. Somebody got jokes up in here. I was about to really. Okay. Here's what something came out to me. June's retail sales rose 0.6% month over month, 18% year over year, according to the Commerce Department. But look at e-commerce sales rose by 1.2%. And of course, Amazon Prime was a big reason for that, apparently, $11 billion. First of all, it sounded like this was an upside surprise because they were actually, I actually have a clip. If you want me to, do I have a clip for this? Let me see if I got this clip that talks about why this is kind of big news. Do I have that? I don't think I don't have it. Damn it. Wish I had it. Do I have it? Let me see what this is.
Survey says our June read on retail sales, and we all know maybe the most important number here is going to be X autos because of some of the issues regarding supplying, building automobiles. And of course, I'm talking about this because the data hasn't quite come out yet. Here, we're starting to see it trickle out, I should say. So if you look at the headline, we're expecting actually a down number, but that isn't the case. This is kind of surprising. Right now, I see up 0.6% on headline retail sales. We're expecting a number down 0.3 or down 0.4. X autos, all right. The X autos up 1.3. This is 3 times what we were expecting. And if you strip out autos and gas, it's up 1.1. These are really, really strong numbers. As a matter of fact, that X autos up 1.3. Well, that's the best since March when it was up 9.8. But it really is significant. And on the sales control group, retail sales control group, this number is plugged into other more important numbers up the economic food chain. That is up 1.1, also about 3 times more than expectations.
All right, that's enough of that. So it was a bit. I really, that Centelli guy, but I like the numbers were important. All right, so they were expecting to be down 0.4, and it is up 0.6. So that's a 1% upside in expectation, and then that's overall retail. E-commerce was up 1.2% month over month. So what do you make of those numbers?
I mean, yeah, that's cool, but I mean, I thought retail was supposed to grow between 10 and 13% anyway. Just retail.
Well, so, I guess this is this kind of considered the doldrums of usually during the course of the year for retail?
Yeah, it's the slowest quarter. I wouldn't call it the doldrums, but yes, people go away. There's not a whole lot of gift giving in that time. And then everybody just gets recoiled and ready for back to school. So here we are.
I'm just popping up the
CRM again, commenting. Their numbers are skewed from last year because we did not have, Prime Day last year in this quarter. So,
yeah, but that's true. So when wait a minute. So, but they didn't have it in this quarter. Oh, they did have it. I mean, yeah. Well, that's interesting. Could one event skew the numbers for everything else to that level, though?
Well, it's only 1%. It's only 0.5%. 0.7%.
But that's but we're talking about 2 days of online versus all the retail. It's not just online.
Yeah, not probably. And I don't know why they were expecting lower numbers than this. I mean, this is like people are back out and in the streets and selling and spending that money. So I think it's on point.
You would have thought. Look, I don't spend all my time looking at this stuff, but just if you think of it in terms of last year, everybody was shut in, and this year, people are getting out. Would that make the number most likely increase with people getting out and going to ball games and spending money and different ways than they could have spent it last year, yeah, you would
You
have
would
thought,
just-
okay, you would have been up.
Yeah, you would think so.
But maybe there was some, that you never know with the economists and the overall economy though.
I think they're feeling that, prices are going up. Inflation seems to be having some signals that people might retrench a little bit, but I don't see that being the case. Now, will it be the case in the third quarter? Possibly.
Possibly. Let me go back to my buddy Jesus. What's up, Jesus? The chances of the acquisition definitely go up if AWS gets spun off to its own entity. But then, man, if let's say it takes a couple of years for this to get broken up, Salesforce's value is just going nothing but up. I think their market cap is probably, I think they're going to be, they're over 20 billion in annual sales right now. Their plan is to be, I think, around 50 or 60 billion in the next 4 years. That's going to be hard to buy them, man, if they don't get it right now. And I don't see that happening just because the valuations start really going crazy. Yeah, just a thought.
Yeah.
All right.
They don't need them.
Okay.
I don't know. They don't need them.
I don't think they need them, but what a combination, though.
I mean, yes, great. That's like having two power forwards. That's not going to get you the.
Let's see. Well, AWS uses Salesforce, yeah, but what about Amazon, the mothership? I have never heard anybody say they use something external. It'd be interesting to see. Yeah, the partnership with Amazon and Salesforce, that means it's Amazon. AWS uses, I forget exactly what, but they use certain things particularly on the sales side. But Amazon proper, the mothership, I don't think, I've never heard anybody say they use something external. It'd be interesting.
Very
Salesforce
cool.
does not have, they do not have infrastructure or platform as a service. Well, yeah, Salesforce does. Well, I mean, not to rethink that one. All right.
Yeah, rethink that.
Yeah, I'll rethink that. All right. Here's something that I wanted to get your take on because you posted something on, I think it was either on our Facebook page or on your Facebook page where you asked people is there a potential company out there that could take Amazon off of the mantle at the top when it comes to CX. And somebody asked you, well, what about Wish? And look, I'll tell you right now, I don't think Wish has a chance. And their CX is terrible, if you ask me. I never got something I ordered from them. And I'm talking like 2 years later. And terrible CX.
Well, I don't think he was talking about customer experience in general.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Right. But I think he was talking about
that makes sense, Finn. That makes sense, by the way.
Taking Amazon's crown in the retail online space.
I ain't seen it. If you don't have it, I can't see it. Now you mentioned, how do you pronounce it? Shine or is it Shine? Shein.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about Shein. Well, let me do this because I found a clip that kind of.
Oh, you found a clip. Look, guys, Brent found a clip.
Don't be hating on me because I got clips.
He's the clip man.
I hope this clip works. Let's see if this clip works.
Clippity clip. Let's go.
And 200 Chinese apps in June last year over concerns on security. A popular shopping app went with it. Now the app called Shine is making a comeback and the internet is flooded with memes welcoming the news. Shine was a platform that sold affordable fashion and was highly popular with girls and women, students and professionals alike. Shine is relaunching in India through Amazon now. Shine has announced that it will relaunch its outlet during the 2-day Amazon Prime Day sale, which starts at midnight on July 26th and ends on July 27th. Amazon has even created a dedicated page for the Prime Day launch of Shine. The banner announcing Shine relaunch is not live on Amazon yet, but the news is making buzz as between 2018 and 2020, Shine was the app that people turned to for rip-offs of runway fashion as well as high-end brands. Meanwhile, there's no certainty if Shine will be launched as a sub-platform on Amazon India's website, or if it will just function as a seller. We leave you with some memes that are doing the rounds of the internet today.
Oh boy.
All right, let me take that down.
Oh boy.
I think the inflation story isn't enough
Oh,
leverage
dude.
to move rates higher at this
Get rid of
point
this
in
guy.
time.
Hold on
But
a
I
second.
think the
Where is
growth
this
story on the
Get out of here, dude. Damn.
Stop. What is he
Can't
yelling
stay-
about?
I don't know.
Legacy of that
Dang.
show is complicated.
What's all that?
Yeah,
All right.
that's something.
So, Shine
Or
what's up?
Shein.
or whatever you call it, I don't know. What's the deal with this? It sounds like Amazon is kind of making deals with them over in India.
Ooh.
Is that a big deal? Is that something big? What is it? What's up?
I think it's a big deal just because they'll get the data.
Well,
they'll learn the avatar and the customer base information. Although, it is what it is. But no, that's a big deal though, that they're getting back into a market space that they were thrown out of through Amazon. That's interesting. I like that.
what do they have to offer Amazon in this? Did they have a huge footprint over there before they got thrown out or something?
I have no idea in terms of the India thing. All I know is that they are quietly selling a lot of stuff. I want to say billions there, but definitely high millions here in the United States daily. It's absolutely one of the quietest kept stories, I think, in retail right now. We'll see that becoming more and more of a player when it comes to fashion. And I mean, if you think about it, Amazon's has always tried to really, I mean, I just noticed a commercial today on national television, although I got YouTube TV, so it might not be nationally broadcast that way. It might be a YouTube ad, but that they are advertising Amazon shopping for back to school, right? Back to school fashions in particular. Amazon's had their eye on the fashion to really nail it down. They've done a whole lot of different things with different designers. I remember the Fenty thing with the fashion show, and putting that on the Amazon Prime Video and having the fashions go online live. They've got the Heidi Klum and whatever.
Oh, that Project Runway thing?
Yeah, the Project Runway knockoff, where they have the fashions available on Amazon. They've really made attempts, and I would say it's been okay, but not like, wow, they're really making inroads in fashion. And I think Shein or Shine is absolutely doing what Amazon wants to be doing.
Okay.
On a smaller scale, I'm guessing. I haven't looked at their numbers. They're a Chinese company, but they're killing it. And I ordered some stuff from there, and they're my new fave. So,
so it sounds like let me ask you: is Wish in a better position to make waves, or is Shine in a better position to make waves because they're doing this thing with Amazon?
I don't think that the Amazon thing. We'll see what that actually is. I got to do deeper because I mean, it sounds like they were doing well in India, and then they were banned or something, and now they're going through Amazon to get in. So I'm not sure about how big that deal is there. Give me a week and I'll take that and run with it. However, no, I don't. Again, what does Amazon really need that for? You know what I'm saying?
Isn't it still everybody is trying to get like a big footprint in India because of what do they have, over 1 billion people?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that will help Amazon get a bigger footprint in India. Yes, I definitely think so. But again, I got to check what the numbers were in India. How big was Shine or Shein I got to figure out how to say that word.
They were saying shine in the report. So.
Yeah, I know, but she's got an accent.
What the? I can still hear her say shine. I mean,
I know, but that might be the way they say it there in India. When I was looking it up, it was Shein. So now, if you think about it, Shein sounds more, Asian than Shine. So
I don't know. Look,
I think it's Shein. And that lady just said it wrong.
Will you go? If anybody out there knows how to pronounce that, let us know.
Oh, well, look at that.
Somebody let us know.
No, but people really. Oh, well, go ahead. Put it up.
Oh, really? All right, Anand, that's our buddy. So Anand, let us know how do we pronounce that?
How do you pronounce it? Is it Shine, Shine, or Shein? I know how it's spelled. It's spelled Shein, but
I'm sure he'll let us know. And then
he'll let us know.
I think.
How do they say it on the streets of India, bro?
Well, who knows? But it seems like it's a pretty significant move for Amazon to make.
Well, I don't think Amazon had to make any moves.
Oh, well, it seemed like they were probably making a move from a position of strength.
Yeah.
But what Anand said, though, it sounds like Shine or Shein or whatever it is. It sounded like they were actually they made inroads in India. That's what it sounded like.
I can see it. They're making inroads here in the United States. That's what nobody's talking about. Yeah.
Interesting. All right. I got another one for you. I got two more.
He's got two more.
This is good stuff, man.
I got 5 minutes for you.
You got 5 minutes.
I mean, just for you. I'm here for the people.
Oh. That's what I had to put up with every week. All right. So I got a clip. Let me run this clip. We got lots of clips today, folks.
He's the clip master.
I am clipping it up. All right, here we go.
What's your take, just coming off of the Emmy nominations from yesterday, about this general notion that many have that there is some sort of unsustainable bubble in spending in these streaming wars? I think it's a notion you think is probably overplayed.
I think it's a little overplayed, if just because the nature of the streaming wars are so global. It's interesting when you consider all of the domestic players, those for whom we primarily focus on in the streaming wars. They're used to a world where there were 100, maybe 115 million households paying for paid television. Excluding China, there's 750 million pay TV paying homes. But more broadly, we're looking at a world where every year there's about 20 to 30 million homes. Some estimates show that there will be 1 billion households paying for television by 2030. That's an enormous TAM. It's a new TAM for most of Hollywood, and it's one that justifies incremental spend for years to come.
Wow.
So where does that leave us right now in terms of the trajectory of not just spending budgets, but the way in which CEOs are thinking about M&A? For example,
don't worry about the M&A. Let's leave it at that last sentence about how much. And here's why I wanted to play that clip before I let you go and start talking about this, because I saw this. Top 15 must-keep TV brands in the U.S. Look at, Netflix already at the top, followed by ABC and CBS. Amazon Prime is already number 4? Is already the number 4?
Before NBC and Fox.
That's what I'm saying. Before they're number 4. I mean, and look, they still are kind of in the nascent stages of what's going on.
Well, what are they saying? Must keep for what?
Must keep TV brands. In other words, you're getting all these streaming options.
Okay, so
Netflix is.
So look at 1, 2, and 3 stayed the same from year over year. Amazon moved up 2 spaces.
Yep.
That's interesting. Yeah, I guess that's interesting. Yeah. Okay, honestly, I don't see the ABC. I would say it would be number 2 for me. I don't need ABC and CBS.
I'm serious about this. It would be a neck and neck between Netflix and Amazon for me, because I watch a lot of stuff on Amazon Prime. I don't watch as much on Netflix as the average person thinks does. I think I watch more on Amazon Prime. Now Prime has a lot of stuff for old people. Shut up. You ought to know. Now I do.
But it really does. It absolutely does. Prime has. It really does. I'm not even kidding. I mean, as an old person, but I don't know if Prime makes as much. It's like I'm discovering things on Prime.
Check out Amazon is the one that my kids would switch off in favor of Hulu and HBO.
Yeah, I get that too.
Well, HBO Max, particularly because they come out with the premium movies one a month that you used to have to go to the movies to see. Now you don't. Yeah, that's a good reason for folks.
I mean, my kid, I have to pay for Hulu and I don't watch it.
You know what? I get Hulu and there's a bundle between Hulu, ESPN, and Disney Plus because they're all under the
Yeah, so you want the ESPN, so you get the Hulu with it.
And that's why ESPN is kind of a caveat in here because live sports, like watching the NBA playoffs, that goes up. That's like up in my top 1 or 2. When it's not like football season or basketball season, then it really falls.
Well, that only leaves baseball season, Brent. I mean,
no, that's why I'm saying it goes way down.
So 3 months out of the year, you're just not into it.
It's not in my top 3.
Okay.
When it's football.
Well, maybe that's why ESPN's not higher. Just because Brent won't watch it only 6 out of the 12.
No, but think about what Amazon did in terms of investing in Thursday Night Football. But that's not going to take money from you for watching ESPN. No, but what I'm saying is that's part of the stream offering of Amazon Prime. So
I said, I don't see the ABC CBS thing. I don't know why they're number 2 and 3. I would put if I had my list here, I would have definitely Netflix 1. Oh gosh. You know what? You know what's not on here that I'm really enjoying is the Paramount Plus. That's become a big favorite.
Really? Paramount Plus.
Yeah. Well, that's because I like certain shows that it has now. So Paramount Plus is in there. It's getting in there.
But that's why that clip was really important. They're spending all this money because they got to get the eyeballs. They got to keep the eyeballs, man.
But don't miss what they said, though. Man, they said they were adding 20 million a year. I mean, that all of a sudden, because I was kind of wondering, what is up with why is the TV wars so important? But when it said that it's going to be 1 billion homes soon, now I get it. It's like, oh, wow. Because we only think about, locally, like that chart is only about the United States. But international, that's a lot of homes that are open. And American TV is very popular worldwide. So, wow.
But think about
that changes everything.
Think about Amazon Prime. There's 200 million members.
Yep.
Is that just in the United States? I can never understand.
It has to be because we always talk about the number of households it's in.
Right. Okay.
More than half the households. So I think that number is, but all the studies that I've seen said most Prime members are in the United States.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if that 200 million is global number. Probably not.
Well, let's just say it's not. Let's just say it I'm sure it could be at some point. But that yearly membership that most people still focus on shipping, it also has this. This is like a Trojan horse of sorts. I mean, and it'll become a more important piece of Prime as it goes on. I would suspect that we're going to see Amazon Prime pricing go up a lot more often than it has in the past. This component, I think or they'll have an option that will have a premium option for Prime for the content. Because if they're going to keep spending like that, they're going to have to do something.
I'm tired of paying money
to cover that cost.
All of a sudden, I'm
You don't
serious,
have to
man.
pay. That's the thing. You don't have to pay.
Well, you got to have some entertainment. God dog it. I'm tired of this, man. I was pissed that I had to turn on Paramount Plus to see my shows, but I did.
But that's your choice, though, right? As long as you have a choice.
There's no choice if it's the only show it's on. It's the only platform that it's streaming on now. You know what I'm saying? It's getting annoying again. It's like we broke up the cable company, the monopolies, and now you cut the cable, and now you're paying all of these individual TV companies the same amount you used to pay cable. It's pissing me off.
I agree with Anand. They're going to have a premium option, because if they're going to have to keep spending on content, and they're going to have to, that's going to have to be made up by a premium option for Prime.
All right, so
I'm
then
okay
here
with
we
it.
go.
All right.
So here we go. Because I mean, just years ago, maybe 2 years ago, we're talking about Prime and Prime Video, and we're talking and saying, hey, look at how they're going to leverage this to put advertising in, and people are going to buy. Are you thinking that is not going to be a play as much as it? You know what I'm saying?
If they keep a base level option, what else can you ask? For you don't have to do the premium. It's there if you want to, but how can they keep an arms race up with Netflix and everybody else? Because it's not just going to be those two. People are going to have to get ready to start playing additional premiums for this stuff. That's just the point.
But then what are they going to give me more of?
Options for content, apparently. I mean, that's it. And people are going to have to figure out.
So it's like I will buy Prime, and then I'll buy Prime Plus, which will have more digital content.
You're going to have to there's going to be a smart outfit out there that's going to build a content configurator thing, and we'll find a way to optimize.
I need that. There's certain shows that only stream on these specific channels. But I mean, hey, I've been with YouTube TV from the Jump Street. They've went up twice. In terms of and service is pretty still basic. Prime hasn't gone up, but of course they've gone up in terms of just Prime in general, but not really since I started watching their shows. Hulu, how many times have that increased? Not Hulu, but Netflix definitely has increased several times. This is getting ridiculous.
Hey, Thomas is right. You're going to pay one way or the other, either with money or data.
That's cash or gas. They're going to get you one way or another.
I'm just going to skip over that first one you mentioned and keep it moving. All right.
Hey, that's a very, very popular movie line. I mean, come on.
I know.
Keep it moving.
Yeah, we're going to keep it moving. Matter of fact, we got the last one, and this is one where I think you're really going to sink your teeth into.
Okay. Hopefully this one is fun.
Oh, come on, you're having a ball. Yes. All right. All right. So this caught my attention because I didn't know what this had happened. So apparently there was they call it sometime last year, a switch to the Amazon search formula. Did you know about this? Were you?
I've not heard that.
All right. So apparently, I'll fill you in. This is going to be actually maybe even more interesting. So this company, it's Wunderman Thompson. They wrote this thing about the quiet Amazon search successor. It said sometime. Actually, it said it's June 2021, but we're still talking about 2020. And it said sometime in late 2020, Amazon rolled out a new search algorithm referred to as A10. This A10 algorithm replaces the A9 algorithm that Amazon had utilized for years before. While many of the core components of the algorithm remain unchanged, we'll discuss the key changes. So I made a little slide share here thing that kind of breaks down what took place according to this company out there. All right. So Amazon's search algorithm has different weights associated to it. With the rollout of A10, the weighting of these metrics have shifted in ways that focus on a better customer experience. Have you noticed anything? Has anything stood out to you? Because you're involved in this. Have you noticed anything different about how search works on Amazon?
It's always changing, so no.
Okay. All right. So let's go
Not
through.
not something that was like, oh my God, this is, like everybody all of a sudden had a shift in their natural, your organic search feed. So not really, but go ahead.
All right. So here's where this is how they said the thing was tweaked. All right. External traffic driven to Amazon product pages now has greater weight. So in other words, well, we'll go over to some of the ways that they point out. All right. A10 has pulled back the bias in favor of better product relevancy for customer searches. So that's that. Now that sounds like, and I'll look at it from the customer standpoint. You look at it from your, like the business seller standpoint. All right. From my standpoint, okay, that sounds good. Does that sound good to you as a seller?
Which one?
A10 has pulled back the bias in favor of better product relevancy for customer searches. All right, let me read it. The A9 algorithm had a relatively strong Amazon profitability.
I'm laughing at. I'm already seeing what's going on. But go ahead. Yeah, that's great. That's great for customers.
I listen to you the way you say, "Hey, Monique.
Hey, Mo.
Good to see you." And all right, thanks. Anand, did you ever tell us how the thing was pronounced? I don't remember you saying shine.
Yeah. You gotta tell us. You're supposed to tell us how to.
We need help on that one. I think it's shine, but
all right. Bro.
All right, moving back.
Now I know what's going on. Okay, now I get it. Go ahead.
All right, so A10 has pulled back the bias in favor of better product relevancy for customer searches.
And what's the
good
bias
for the customer?
What's that bias?
Well, I don't know specifically.
Exactly. It doesn't say specifically.
Let's just say it's happening.
Yes.
That's good from a customer perspective? How about from your side of the house? What do you say?
So the bias was that we found. See, you remember sometime last year we were talking about how Amazon is actually favoring Amazon product over other product. So A10 is giving the customer a better experience because now they've stopped weighting their own products and sponsored products over top of natural search. So yes, it's a better customer, experience, but I don't think the customer knew that they were experiencing that. So as far as the customer is concerned, it's nothing different.
I would say knowing it does. I like that if it's going to be changed, it's changed in the favor of better product relevancy, which should mean better conversions, more sales, and everybody should be happy. It should be a win-win, right?
Okay.
But what about the third-party seller? Is that good? It's
better for the third-party seller.
All right. That's what I was trying to. That's what I want from you. All right.
Oh,
all right.
Okay.
So consistent availability and steady sales history are now more important than ever. To me, that sounds like it should be better for sellers. That has no relevance to me whatsoever.
Right.
As a customer.
Right. So before you could have consistent availability, you could have sales recent history, but if somebody was being favored based on the fact that they were spending money with Amazon or based on the fact that they were Amazon brand, it would be a problem. So having that gone and more transparency to all products based on relevancy is a fantastic thing. Good job.
So you're good with that. Okay, you're good with that. Okay, all right. Good.
I'm good with all of this.
Bullet 3, sponsored search, ad impressions, clicks, and sales have less impact on organic search results. To me, that sounds like a good thing for, there it is. All right.
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely.
So that's a tick also towards customer experience, right?
No, I don't. No, this is leveling the playing field for all the brands more. To me, I don't think the customer necessarily knows or cares.
Yeah, but let's say because you can't buy your way into a better position, or at least you
Yeah,
have that has less impact. So you're getting better, pure, what should be more
absolutely.
relevant. So that's a tick for customer experience, from my perspective, right? All right.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess. But if you don't know it, how's you know what I'm saying?
This is I like the fact that this is being brought out.
Okay.
It's brought to the light, so to speak.
Ah, yes.
So all right. So last one, click-through rate remains a key component of determining product relevancy, and is now bolstered by a greater weight on conversion rates as well. So that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Is that a customer experience thing?
It's not a negative. It's not a big positive. Well, if you're providing me a relevant search result, I would expect I would have a higher conversion rate.
So you ever see because this somewhat kind of bothers me a little bit. You ever seen the Amazon choice button or badge?
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
And it's like, what's the criteria? So that's what part of this to me is getting rid of a little bit. It's like, what's the criteria of being an Amazon choice? Do you know what that is?
I have no idea.
Right. Neither do I. Right. And I think the relevancy of seeing that really highly weights the purchase, consistency of that product over all things being equal. You see a badge, you think Amazon
You go for the badge.
you go for the badge, right?
You go for the badge. Yeah.
And so and the deal is, here you are and here I am. We're all consumers. We don't know what that means. We have no idea how that gets there or what it actually means. Does that mean Amazon has tested it in product and that it's user friendly for the environment, blah, blah, blah? We don't know.
Let's go back to what Thomas said in his question. For a customer POV, the outcome should be that I find the product that fits more towards the top of the results list. If that's the and they're able to, I would assume that they're able to constantly tweak that because they can find out what of these top results, search results, are converting. What was that? That was an interesting sound. Anyway, so it's all about, to me, this is about customer experience, because what are we always saying? Make it easy for me to find what I want, buy what I want, and get it to me as quick as possible. What other things really go into the customer experience? So to me, these 5 bullet points kind of do add up to that.
To me, I honestly, and I'm not trying to be funny or anything, I honestly think that the hand was caught in the cookie jar and changes need to be made before it blew up too big.
Could be. I don't know. I don't know what brought.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like if you're weighting products based on relationship, financial spend, advertising, I think, yes, it's not the best for the consumer, but the consumer doesn't really know because they're still getting the products they want, right?
As long as they're getting the products they want,
right? So if I want some sheets, so I want some silk sheets, it doesn't matter to the consumer whether it's from this third-party seller or if it's from an Amazon secret brand. It doesn't matter to them.
To me in the slightest.
Right. But if Amazon is weighting the secret Amazon brand over top of the best-selling third-party brand in search, that to me was a problem.
No, that would be a problem if whoever's doing that.
Right. And so they found, there were stories about how this was actually happening. And here comes A10. And understand that A9, there was no A8 that we know of. A9's been A9 forever, right?
You're the seller. I don't know
I'm just
about
saying. I
that.
mean, do you remember?
I
Well,
don't know.
because I mean, do you remember that Amazon? This is crazy. I'm this old. Wow.
No, it's not. It's actually very believable.
But you remember A9 was Amazon's attempt at being a search engine.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
So it was A9.
Okay.
See?
Yeah.
So why are we got an A10 all of a sudden?
Well, I don't know what the reasons for the A10, but I like the fact that we're able to go over this, and maybe things are starting to become more. Maybe this is the start of being more transparent about these things. But
That's cool.
Once again,
I love that part.
Yeah,
It's
so
good.
we'll see.
Look, don't get me twisted. It's good for the third-party sellers. It's good for the customer experience. It's good for Amazon in general because they're not being driven by nefarious forces. Fantastic.
All right, so those were the tweaks, and here's the potential. This is what this company that put this together. This is the impact they see from those tweaks, and I really want to focus in on this second one.
The green one.
The drive external traffic to Amazon. Coordinate with your social influencer and programmatic display partners to ensure Amazon channel is getting a fair slice of the pie, as this will have an even greater influence over organic search than it has historically. So I think maybe one of the reasons that they did make this change, and of course I don't know, is the growing impact of social, of influencers on stuff getting bought and people depending on those channels even more so than traditional search to a certain extent. At least it's growing, and so I think this switch to A10 might have been driven pretty significantly by trying to understand the influencer impact, the social, impact, things that maybe weren't accounted for when A9 was first brought out.
And it's going to entice people to send, because look at what it's saying. It's like it's basically saying drive some of your external traffic directly to your Amazon listings and not all to your store, because it's going to actually help you sell more in Amazon than it would have possibly before. You wouldn't see the tick or the uplift, but Amazon definitely weighs external traffic along with what it's going to get you in top search results. They definitely weigh that. It's not just internal. If they're seeing a product that's very popular and it's got a lot of traffic coming from external sources, you just think about it. If you're Amazon, you want people that are coming externally so it feels organic, right?
Yeah.
And
so
I see that as very important.
Let me ask you this, because I think this is really fascinating. Could it end up being, and this kind of goes back to what we were talking about last week. Now there's benefit to third-party sellers sending people to Amazon to close the deal. Do you think third-party sellers feel that's a benefit, or do they feel potentially threatened by saying, oh my God, we're going to send these guys for the Amazon to have the transaction and Amazon keeps the customer information? Or are they saying we'll probably close more because people are going to feel more comfortable about us driving them to Amazon to close the deal, and Amazon is the trusted vendor, and but we're getting our piece of the pie, and we're the ones that are driving it. So we'll know what brought these folks here to convert.
Will they understand that, or what's the question? Will they?
Will they see it? No,
they will never see it that way.
They will not view it as that.
Not really. So, because they always are like, these are our customers. These are our customers. We want to keep the customer data, and there is an argument there. My thing that I will sometimes say is that no matter what you do, the audience that is inside of just the Amazon ecosystem is every bit as big as the audience outside, right? Your
Right.
ability to reach the outside audience, if Amazon's 50% of all retail online, right? So your ability to reach that external 50% audience is much harder to get to organically than it is once you get your product at top of search, first three or 3 to 5, right? In a Amazon search, right? So you're actually helping the organic traffic on Amazon find you by driving some paid traffic over there. And for that, you should see a reward in lift that you really can't even account for in the external world.
So wouldn't that be enough to view this as a positive then? Because although it seems like you're funneling traffic to Amazon and that you're not keeping that.
It should be a net positive. Now if you don't see a lift,
positive though,
right? If you don't see a lift, right, in the organic traffic, in the sales history, and start seeing your stuff moving up in search, then no, you're just paying an extra 15% to Amazon off the sale of the product.
But if you kind of understand what's going on here,
right, and what you're no, I'm saying you got to have a strategy.
Yeah, you got to have a strategy.
Okay. That's really what it is. You got to have a strategy. Just going to Amazon and saying, I'm going to put my stuff over on Amazon. We're already doing it on the store. You got to have you got to think through this strategy on because you want to take advantage of all the things that Amazon presents to you. And you want to think about it as an entirely different channel. You got one channel that's doing what it does, and then you got a secondary channel, and that secondary channel is almost a environment that does its own thing on its own. And you want to service both of those. And sometimes what works over on the one channel wouldn't be the same thing you would do on the Amazon channel. You really got to think about it like that.
And it sounds like by doing that, you're going to get
rewarded.
You're going to get rewarded by being placed higher up in the search results,
I love it.
Which is where you want to be, because that's where the possibility of conversions just only increase if you're there, right? Which is why I think we just found out about this. It sounds like they're really trying to incentivize folks to do this. They just came out with this brand. What do they call this thing? I want to make sure I get it right. It doesn't kind of a brand. Amazon offers brands a bonus, and they have a name for it. Let me see if I can get the actual name. But it sounds like this is being put in place to get folks to kind of follow what this outlined. They're trying to get more sellers to do that, to drive traffic to Amazon for the close, and in return for that, I want to make sure I get this name right of this.
Yeah, what's the name?
It's called the brand referral bonus for Amazon sellers. All right, so basically, I want to make sure I get these things right here. Is it 10%? Okay, here it is. All right, so this is why you should think about this, and I want to get your opinion on if this is going to work for sellers to actually feel comfortable about doing this. All right, so it says this is a brand referral bonus program. You can accelerate your growth and improve the efficiency of your non-Amazon marketing and advertising campaigns. Sure that you got to make sure people understand that this is for your non-Amazon marketing and advertising campaigns. And you save money by receiving bonuses that average 10% of sales from traffic you've driven to Amazon. Ooh. So right there, they're putting the incentives. So let me just do this. Let me go. So all the things that we just talked about, they've changed this to A10. They've tweaked their algorithm for search results. That third bullet point here, drive external traffic to Amazon, and through your engaging in social and influencers. You do that, that's going to fit the algorithm. That's going to make you look pretty good in the algorithm, and you should find yourself, popping up higher in those Amazon search results. And to incentivize folks to do that, they're coming up with this program. All right. So does that 1-2 punch? So they changed the algorithm. That's now A10. Part of that algorithm change is increase your chances of ending up higher in the results list if you drive outside Amazon, outside traffic to Amazon via your influencers or your social channels. And if you do that, you have a more likelihood of showing up higher in the results list, which means you have a higher likelihood of conversions, and you're getting a 10% incentive to do that. Is that enough to make folks feel comfortable about doing this?
I'm comfortable. I mean, you know what? It's just funny. I'm because literally in the presentation I did a couple of weeks ago, I was telling people you need to drive and buy Facebook ads and drive it to your Amazon listings. But the precaution was don't drive bad traffic just to be driving traffic, right? Because if you drive too much traffic and it's not proper traffic and the people don't convert, then that can negatively impact your desire or your strategy. But on top of that, now if you drive in the traffic and you get a 10% bonus on fees, I love that.
So you were already telling them to do this, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. That was one of those things. I'm like, dude, this is the way you need to be elevating your brand with the Amazon platform. But I mean, this new 10% bonus referral, now it becomes to me a no-brainer. Let's spend X percent of our marketing budget to actually market our Amazon products as well, because of the lift you're going to get, and you get a 10% bonus back.
And it affects your search result listing,
so that you get higher ranking in organic search, which means you'll be seen by more of Amazon's customers based on your search terms. It's a win-win-win all the way around, brother.
Yeah, because then on top of all that, what you just said, it goes back to what the initial thing that they pointed out is these tweaks were made with customer experience in mind. So if it's done, if everything works the way it's outlined, it is a win-win-win, because there's going to be more stuff sold on Amazon to more people, and sellers will get their cut because they're driving folks to Amazon. And with more relevant ads and more relevant products, the conversion rate should be better. And the customer like me should be happier with the results, because I don't have to wade through a whole bunch of nonsense to get to what I want and buy it. And that's like the bottom line from a customer standpoint.
And, Amazon is enticing their third-party sellers to drive traffic back to Amazon. That can be huge.
So it's a win-win-win.
Potential. It's a win-win-win. Yeah, it's a win for Amazon. It's a win for Amazon's customers, and a win for Amazon's third-party sellers. All the way around. If this works out, everybody wins. Good job, wins. Amazon.
Everybody.
I can't believe it. I'm saying good job.
That's like 2 weeks in a row, man. Are you all right?
I'm a little bit clumped. I mean,
Well, the fact that you said you were telling the folks in your presentation to do that without even knowing that this was about to come out, that sounds like it was genuinely the right thing to do from the sales perspective to try to increase their sales.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, they're throwing sellers a bone. I'm loving that. See, See, these are the
Wow.
things that happen when Jeff leaves.
It goes to outer space. Is that? Wow. All right. That was a good one. That was we hit a lot. Man, we went a little long, but that's because a lot of good stuff on this
A
one.
lot of good stuff on this one.
And you
Yes.
know what else happened? We keep on putting back this
Oh, that's your
sustainability
fault.
stuff, man.
That's your fault. You're not doing your job. You're not getting the clips together. So as soon as we get off this freaking call, folks, Brent's going to get some clips so we can talk about sustainability.
If we can pronounce it, we'll talk about sustainability.
I can't. But
All
I can
right,
pronounce Gian.
If it only is pronounced that way, yeah, okay. Anand left us hanging, so we won't even know.
Yeah, you're just going to go to sleep on us, bro.
We'll know next week, and we will do sustainability next week. I've said this for like the third week in a damn row.
I know. You suck.
I mean it.
All
But
right,
you know what
I'm
happens?
gonna go drink.
Yeah, you are you sure you're just gonna start that now, or start that a little earlier? All right, folks. We will see you next week because he needs to get his drink on.
All right, man. I'm out, guys. Peace.